We're just making this shit up as we go along. Okay, got this pillar welded in, the lower pillar that we had to replace. This part down here, it's fully welded in across here. It's all one piece now. Just needs to be cleaned up, and we are expecting new sanding belts from Amazon tomorrow, Sunday. Shipped from Amazon, delivered by an Amazon delivery driver. Because we ordered those last weekend. And Amazon, if you're not a member of Prime, it seems, waits a week before they even consider shipping your order. So, but door fits. It's not perfect. Gap's a little tight. We'll adjust that a little bit later. But it is. This is the closest this thing has had to having functional doors in probably 50 years. Because when we got it, the doors weren't functional. So we are. This only took us a little over an hour, because of course nothing was the same as it was last weekend when we had it perfectly lined up. So that's what happens at our garage. You walk away and everything changes on its own. So we're now going to start fitting the cab corner down here. Alright, fitting our cab corner. This is the rough cut. Get most of it off so we can fit it. And now we're got it held down. Need to remove most of that blue line. Slowly work our way up to getting it to fit. And then we're going to have to make some pie cuts here in the corner to get it to fit the shape of the cab, because these aftermarket parts, nothing fits right. Now maybe if you bought all aftermarket parts, you might have a 50-50 chance of them fitting together. Old parts versus new parts, there's a 0% chance of them fitting together correctly. What's on my belt? Why you touching my boobs? Maybe we'll see some sparks fly. This is probably going to come right at you. Okay, now it's going to come right at me. Harbor Freight cutting wheels, 1 cut per wheel. We're on the air. So we'll go ahead and open this up. The obligatory unboxing of the new tool video. Fancy pants instructions. 2 handles, Allen wrenches, and we've got the metal shrinker and the metal stretcher. So we'll get that out of the way. This is the shrinker. Plastic bag with the warning for all you stupid people out there to not put this on your head because you will die.
Sounds like a good idea to me.
And then the stretcher, which I am going to cut my finger if I'm not careful here. I'm usually not careful. And again, plastic bag. Don't kill yourself with it. There we go. And they have 2 threaded holes in the bottom for mounting. We do need to make something to mount them on so that we can use them. And I have read a couple of things online where they say if you get these, replace these handles with longer ones for more leverage, makes using it a whole lot easier, but we'll see how things go right now. And apparently these just slide in, and then you take one of these. Well, they wrap that up good. Allen wrenches here. There's actually 2 of them in there, a larger one and a smaller one. You may have to actually look at the instructions and see what each one does. Let's see, 34 and 35. Yep, their screws alright. Don't know what each one does, but it looks like the smaller one is the one that will screw in to hold this in place. I don't really know at the moment what the larger one does, so I'm not going to worry about it at the moment. Alright, and they are ready for use once we get them mounted on something. So we'll do that now.
They're nice looking pieces, but it tells you to use 10mm bolts to mount them. 10 by 1.5 or 10 by 1.25. It's 1.5.
Okay, we're in the process of making the stand for the shrinker stretcher set, and we had this engine stand we had fabbed up. We had an extra headpiece for it, but now we've got an extra stand already, so we're just cutting the top piece off of this, weld a piece of flat steel on there, and bolt it to it. We're going to put some, we got some wheels. We need to drill a couple holes, raise it up 3-4 inches, make it a little bit better because it is kind of short. But right now we're just cutting that off, and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, we cut that piece off and took quite a bit of the pipe. Dad lined up the blade, not me, so. But it's off. Now we got to take a lunch break, and then we're going to come back, put the top on, drill some holes, put wheels on, and we should be ready to start shrinking. Okay, try and make this quick because the microphone receiver battery is low, but we now, after going to get lunch and going and picking this thing up and fighting with it because it's in our garage. Whatever can go wrong will, 3 or 4 times.
Today we're trying to fit the new corners in the cab.
Okay, it is Tuesday, and after much work, much frustration, some cutting, some grinding, some bending, some shaping, planishing hammer, brute force, this cab corner piece here that I don't want to touch because I just sprayed weld through primer on it, now is very close to the shape of the cab, close enough that we can get it on there now, which should happen tomorrow. But this, it's kind of drying. This portion right here, this lip right here, we had to cut that off. You can see where we had to take out about 1/10 of an inch. We've got it spot welded, tack welded in place. I need to finish putting that in, but it would not fit with this lip here. It stuck out about 1/10 of an inch. So we cut that off, ground it down to fit, got it spot welded and tack welded in place, and got everything pretty well shaped. So hopefully tomorrow we will get this cab corner piece tacked in place. If not, I don't know, man. I'll be throwing shit. So that's where we're at, and the mics now appear to be working again. We shall see how long that lasts. So we will be back again. Okay, it's Wednesday. Oh shit, I'm tired. We have a cab corner tacked in place. Still needs a little bit of work to finish it up. Some trimming there. We got to weld in the bottom, but we've got it along the top and across, and it doesn't look bad. So pretty happy with what how it's looking compared to how it started, where that thing was wrong in every single direction, dimension, bend, curve, anything you could think of. It wasn't quite right. But we've got it tacked in, and then we've got one more day of work, and then a 3-day weekend coming up. Goal, as of right now, is to get out of the glare of the sun and get that one fitted, tacked in, and then hopefully both of them fully welded in and blended in and ready to shoot with primer, sealer, whatever we choose. But so that's where we're at right now and what our goal is, which means we might get half of that done. So whatever we get done, you'll see it on here. There's Dad's shiner that he got yesterday. Tripped and fell and hit the bench. But it's Saturday, 4th of July, 2370. We've been working on this truck for about 350 years now. But that cab corner, aside from a little touch-up, a few pinholes that need filled, is in. And it doesn't look that bad. We won't zoom in too much because then it will look that bad, but that side is tacked in on the driver's side. We just gotta do that to that one, and we will have a complete cab finally. So the inside here, let's see, Where is the light? There's supposed to be a light on this camera. For some reason, I can't make it work. Okay, I got the light turned on. I found out if you hold the light button too long, it shuts the camera off. But there you can see from the inside, and you can see a few of the pinholes that need to be filled. But we are making progress finally. We are, as I told Dad, light years ahead of where we were last summer. So this is just a quick update, and don't forget to like these videos, share them, and for an unlimited time we're giving away free subscriptions to the channel. Just click on subscribe. It doesn't cost you a thing.